Welcome, guys. Good morning. And the question is for today. One day away from the last day of 2019, we are finally here, my friends. We're finally here. This is it. This is it. This is 2020. 2020, especially if you've been around in the crypto world, in the Bitcoin world, if you've been around as long as I have, then you know that 2020 is the year. We're only 2 days away. 2 days away from 2020. And you guys remember, from all the pundits, all the editors, all the marketers, all the shillers, all the ICOs, all of the news was always talking about, for years, we had this in 2014, 15, 16, 17, big time. 18, the doldrums of crypto. 19, pretty rough this year in crypto. But everyone was talking about that 2020. What is Bitcoin going to be doing in 2020 and beyond? Because that, if some of you guys remember from 2014, even 12, 13, 14, 15 articles, 2015 articles, that 2020 is supposed to be the year. It's supposed to be the year, guys, of mass adoption. And so the question I have to ask you right now, guys, in 2020, is Bitcoin, is that busy beat, guys, that we love so much, is Bitcoin going away? Or in 2020, is Bitcoin here to stay? That's the question we're going to be answering today in today's article. Thanks, Fortune, for dropping it down. Let's go over it. Is cryptocurrency coming back or going away for good? 6 experts weigh in. We're going to talk about it in today's Venture Daily with me, Blown Out Petey. Welcome, guys. We're only 2 days away. Glad you guys are here. Smash the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment right now. Let me know in the comments below whether you think crypto is here to stay in 2020 or is 2020 going to be the year of mass adoption? Let's see what the experts say, guys, because I'm no longer I was never considered an expert. Cryptocurrencies have kept a relatively low profile in 2019, thanks to the doldrums of crypto in 2018, following a record-breaking rise in 2017 and then a spectacular crash in 2018. Are they worth investing in 2020? Well, we asked these experts and advisors in the oracles to share what they think crypto is headed next. So make sure you guys tune in, whether you're on iTunes, the iPods, you're on Spreaker, you're on Spotify, or you're on Google. Wherever you are, guys, wherever you are, listen up. Here's what the 6 experts have to say. Number 1, cryptocurrency will transform banking. This is from Tim Draper, which, by the way, can I drop a hint, guys? One of my interviews in January is going to be this man right here, Tim Draper. I'm super excited to talk with him. I hope he doesn't cancel.
Nope.
The world is getting ready for financial and banking transformation, says Tim Draper. Engineers and product developers have been hard at work getting products together to bring Bitcoin to general use and distribution. In a year, there will be no reason to pay banks 2.5% to 4% every time you swipe your credit card. Bitcoin is a frictionless transaction, as it and other tokens like Tezos, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash become more prevalent. Is that Bitcoin Cash, guys? That Bitcoin Cash? Their value will increase. I predict a $250,000 Bitcoin price by 2022 or the first quarter of 2023. That's Tim Draper, legendary VC, founder of Draper Associates in DFJ, and who's going to be on the VC Hunting. That's right, the VC Hunting podcast. So let me know. Is Tim Draper right, guys? Let's go on to number 2. It's excellent long term, says Judd Rosenblatt. Whether you invest in crypto now should depend on whether you believe in the potential of blockchain technology. Yes, it didn't live up to everyone's expectations right away, but that's also what happened with basically every other disruptive technology. Investing in crypto now could be like picking up Amazon stock for less than an IPO price, or it could be like a stocking up on Betamaxes on clearance. Only time will tell, which is a really fancy way of saying we have no idea what the future holds, but I'll tell you my opinion at the end of this. Our developers at AE Studio work with blockchain companies like Protocol Labs, and we're constantly impressed by the progress and innovation that's happening in the space. Blockchain technology is evolving fast and becoming increasingly important. Exactly. So I think crypto is an excellent long-term, albeit high-risk, investment. But my number one piece of advice is to invest no more than you can afford to lose in things like BTC and Ethereum, which will likely positively correlate with blockchain adoption, and HODL long term. That's Judd Rosenblatt, founder and CEO of AE Studio, an agile web development and data science consulting firm. Pretty much sounds like a lot like what I do. Agile software development, increased humans. Number 3 is It's the Future. This has come from Lorenzo Pellegrino. When the markets may have crashed, the growth of the infrastructure enabling cryptocurrency has never really slowed down, especially at Skrill. According to many industry experts, the space is now stable, more mature, and ready to move on to its next phase. To see something that started as no more than an idea in the depths of the internet spawn a new ecosystem and grow into a multi-million-dollar asset class is nothing short of remarkable to me. The largest companies and countries in the world now discuss cryptocurrency as a viable currency of the future. I would just remind budding investors that trading in such dynamic space means that the stakes are higher. Proper research and risk management are essential. That's Lorenzo Pellegrino, CEO of Skrill, Neteller, and Income Access at PaySafe. Number 4, Bitcoin will beat the critics, and here's why. This is from Dan Schatt. Remember the historic economic crash 10 years ago when many people's life savings were wiped out? That's when Bitcoin was born, a cryptocurrency created partly in response to the leading financial intermediaries that helped bring down the economy. Bitcoin has become widely adopted for several reasons. It is a predictable inflation rate because of the 21 million will never ever be produced. It is borderless with transparency that no bank can match. It is trustless because the system was designed so you don't have to trust anyone else for it to function. It has been declared dead by journalists 378 times, including 40 times this year. But Bitcoin won't die because it can be trusted more than most government currencies. There is no intermediary, and it's in a world full of failed financial intermediaries, that is a big deal. That's coming from Dan Schatt, co-founder and CEO of Cred. Number 5, cryptocurrency adoption today is where the internet used to be. This is from Johan Polaksak. The cryptocurrency decline was good for the market because it taught investors that not all coins are as shiny as they might seem. We knew that. You don't want to be buying none of them scam coins, guys. We always encourage making decisions based on real market value instead of speculation. How do you measure the value of a token without deep knowledge? Gotta have that deep knowledge, guys. Look for platforms that can be integrated into enterprise processes to enhance their workflows. That's how mass adoption happens. You know, I will say this for a second as I put my phone down and chill for a second, guys. I will say this. One of the things that I observed spending a ton of time in the cryptocurrency space, building for the cryptocurrency space, as you guys well know, one of the things that I observed is this an amazing amount of hubris, an amazing amount of pride in people, in average Joe Schmoes, average Joe Schmoes like me. This amazing amount of hubris that was cultivated and supported by the cryptocurrency community at large. And what I mean by this hubris is that people somehow believed that they could learn and know cryptocurrency inside and out in a relatively short amount of time. And this hubris grew and grew and grew, in which the vultures of the cryptocurrency world eventually just took advantage of these people, because they did. The reality is, the average Joe Schmoes like you and me, we don't know anything about the real about all these scam coins, these ICOs, which is basically the number one use case for Ethereum. Ethereum showed us the greatest outcome of Ethereum so far, in my opinion. Now, you can call me, you can let me know in the comments below. But the greatest outcome of Ethereum was it showed the world that you could create a platform for funding ideas, right? A marketplace for funding ideas, essentially. And what happened is they created this ICO boom where anyone with a little bit of technical prowess could now create an entire monetary system of their own, and have people who, with their hubris, thought they knew everything about crypto, and by reading simply a white paper and talking about it on the boob tubes, that everyone can get rich. It was really intriguing. So let's get back to it. The reason why that brought this up was Johann Polczak, who said this: how do you measure the value of a token without deep knowledge? How do you? Nobody knows how, guys. I mean, come on. The thing that I studied, and many of you guys know, the thing that I studied, the only thing that mattered to me was deeply understanding the fundamentals, the real fundamentals of Bitcoin, and the whole idea of the epic scale that Bitcoin was going to eventually proliferate to, which is the world. Now, I've used this argument many times, and many of you guys have heard this before, but it was really simple, right? Bitcoin is a protocol. It's like the internet. The internet is expanding to new markets every day, every month, every week, every year. New people are getting online. And likewise, with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, more people are going to be getting online in that busy beat over time. It is an inevitability. It's a statistical inevitability in my mind. So, I gave you my TLDR at the end. That's my reasoning. I just went into it, guys. With the internet, when the internet started, companies had to integrate the technology to deliver content for users to consume. That's where we are now with cryptocurrency, but we're missing platforms that companies can leverage and are capable of operating on a global scale. Absolutely. We were trying to build scale in crypto in my startup. That's likely why the ROI of tokens from the top 11 platforms, Waves, EOS, Neo, Ethereum, Lisk, ADA, Cardano, Matic, FTM, Zilla, TRX, Tron, and Algo, averages more than 1,000%. This is Johann Polczak, co-founder and CTO of Can tech blockchain platform. And last but not least, number 6, 2020 will bring a historical milestone. Isn't this what I was getting at in the beginning of today's news bit? In 1997, Amazon went public with $18 per share. This is from Alex Athos. The stock grew over $300 per share before plummeting to under $6 when the dot-com bubble burst in 2001. Fast forward to 2018, Amazon reached $2,000 per share and became the second U.S. company to eclipse $1 trillion in stock market value. Many investors see this pattern happening with cryptocurrency. Bitcoin skyrocketed from about $3,600 per coin to over $19,000 in 2017. And I was there, guys, in the hype. I'll tell you, those were some great days. Those were some great days, guys. Those are some great days. Then it fell below 3,500 before climbing to 12,000 in 2019. Those are the days, man. That's when then we bought the Bitcoin Lambo, guys. That's when we bought the Bitcoin Lambo. It's a good time. My advice is to keep an eye on all the Bitcoin halving in 2020, which can dramatically change the cryptocurrency supply and demand equation. Absolutely, we're going to make sure that we cover that when it happens. I believe it will be remembered as a historical milestone for Bitcoin and the entire industry. It could be the turning point that takes Bitcoin from a niche, unstable asset to a mainstream form of payment. That is Alex Athos, CEO of Stormgain, a cryptocurrency trading platform. Absolutely. So I'm going to throw it right back over to you guys in the internet world, on the YouTubes or wherever you guys are listening to this show. Let me know in the comments. Tweet at me at VC Hunting, or hit me up on TikTok, or hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up wherever in the newsletter, or subscribe to our newsletter. Let me know. What are your thoughts? Comment below. What are your thoughts? Is 2020 going to be the year? Is 2020 going to be the year? Because I've been hearing and this is actually something that maybe I don't look as excited as I really am. But guys, having been in cryptocurrency since 2011, some of you guys know the story. I've been watching this thing so slowly. I've been watching this thing from afar. I've been watching this thing up close. I've been watching this thing as an operator, as a startup entrepreneur, founder of a venture-backed company in cryptocurrency. Guys, like, I've seen Bitcoin, and I'll just say Bitcoin. I've seen Bitcoin from every angle, every single angle imaginable. Seriously, as an investor, hodler, right, trader, operator, founder, venture-backed company, working with venture capitalists in this world, speaking. I spoke at events, at the Bitcoin conferences. Like, I wrote articles, I wrote books, I wrote guides. I've published over 5,000 videos. 1,800 of them were deleted by YouTube back in 2018. Like, I've seen crypto. You know what? I can be proud of this. I can literally be just proud of this. I'll just sit and bask in the glory of what my past has been. Like, I have seen cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and I've bought. And by the way, I can't forget this. I've bought $100,000 assets with cryptocurrency. Like, I don't know if there's anyone that I know personally that has touched cryptocurrency and Bitcoin in so many different ways. And so all that context to set up, guys. 2020 has always been hailed as a hallmark, landmark, watershed, whatever you want to call it, year in the future. That Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to be going mainstream, that the world is finally going to accept this new asset class, this financial tool, this financial metric, this financial measurement, this financial, right? This class, this asset is finally going to accept it as something that's going to go mainstream. I have a belief that has molded and changed and shifted over time when it comes to cryptocurrency. I believe there's going to be a day when, let me put it this way. We are already in the decentralized world. We're already in the decentralized world. Your entire life, your entire world, your entire community online has already been decentralized. And so when it comes to decentralization, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency isn't unique there. We already have that. That's already been established. Now, when it comes to a financial tool or financial asset class like Bitcoin, decentralization has not yet touched that. But I think there's always been a lot of hype around this whole idea of decentralization. We've already been in a decentralized world already. We just need better tools. We just need better tools to bring the aspects and values of decentralization to us so that we can actually use them. One of the best examples of this is social. Social is so fractured with so many different siloed social platforms with zero integration and zero value to integrate. That's like, I mean, why should I have to go see my world through the lens of TikTok, Twitters, Instagrams, Snapchataroos, LinkedIn's, Facebook's? Like, that's a fractured reality. There has to be better tools created for Social 2.0. Social 2.0 failed in terms of its decentralization, right? It's failed. It's just too much. There's too much now. And so we're already in decentralization, right? But cryptocurrency, so let me get to my point here. Cryptocurrency, mass adoption, you can let me know in your comments below. Let me know, tweet at me. Let me know your thoughts about this. Mass adoption in cryptocurrency. Everybody hailed 2020 to 2022 or 2024. Sometimes 2025 is the range. 2020 to 2025 is supposed to be the range in which mass adoption hits. Do I see it happening? No. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening I don't see it happening at a scale in which your life will directly be impacted. I think big financial institutions will be impacted by more and more consumption, usability, these types of things. But I think in terms of my life, will my life be dramatically impacted by mass adoption at scale? I don't think so. I think the systems that are deployed right now, the systems that I use right now for finances, they just work. There's a lot of maturity of blockchain systems. There's a lot of maturity around all the network effects of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. There's a lot of maturity that needs to happen, I think, in just people's minds about cryptocurrency. And it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. So I'm not an oracle, but I do believe 100% that Bitcoin is expanding. Bitcoin is growing. Bitcoin's going to new places all the time. But mass adoption? I'll leave that one up to the wizards and warlocks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, guys. True startup story, guys. You got it. Your company just got seed round financed. Congratulations. You're going to the moon. But now you have to scale. You found great talent out in California, New York, Georgia, and even Eastern Europe. So what communications platform will you be using to ensure your international team is always aligned? Well, the answer is easy. Slack.com for Teams. We've used Slack for all of our previous startups, and they've supported us in tremendous ways. And we want to give them a thanks today for supporting vchunting.com. Did you also know that Slack is a great tool for personal use? Yeah, I use my own personal Slack channel to drop in documents, notes, to-dos, and follow-ups to ensure that my workflow throughout the day is right on course. I promise you, if you try out slack.com for personal use, you'll end up using it for your team as well. Go to slack.com to check it out. All right, guys, and we are back. Let's move this over here. And can we see this? I had messed this up earlier, guys. Should I leave it right there? Leave it right there. There we go. Not bad, guys. There we go. I messed it up. Didn't check it out earlier. Guys, thanks for joining us in Venture Daily with me, Peter Saddington. I love being part of your day, and I love discovering venture deals that are happening. Money is flowing. We need to know where the money's flowing. We need to know where the money is going, guys. So I love covering this. Make sure that you hit me up on the Twitters at VC Hunting. Make sure that you subscribe to our daily newsletter. And let's get into venture deals for December 30th, the second to last day of the year, guys. Figure Technologies, a San Francisco-based fintech company co-founded by SoFi co-founder Mike Cagney, appears to have raised $103 million per an SEC filing. Congratulations. Welcome. Man, December's been a great deal for deals, guys. Great month for deals. Great deal for deals. Trade.io, a San Francisco-based platform for workflow automation, raised $50 million. Merry Christmas to you. Series C funding. Meritech Capital led the round. Genvid Technologies, let's go over here. Genvid Technologies, New York-based video streaming engine, raised $27 million in Series B funding. Galaxy Interactive led and was joined by investors including Valor Equity and K5 Global. Merry Christmas. Truva, a London-based marketplace for brick-and-mortar boutique stores in spaces including clothing and home decor, raised $17 million or $21.8 million in funding. Octopus, oh yeah, I like that name, Octopus. Brick-and-mortar stores, gorgeous. Ooh, gorgeous. I'm gonna sneeze. You know what that? That just reminded me. I did a stream the other day where I sneezed like 4 times, and I promised myself I'd cut it out, but I didn't cut it out. But no one commented on it, probably because no one actually watches this long. You know, what can I say, guys? It's for the ones who listen, who get the value at the end of the stream. Gorgeous, a startup focused on using AI in customer service, raised $14 million in Series A funding. Congratulations. Casada, a Sydney, Australia-based cybersecurity startup focused on bots, raised $7 million in Series A funding, led by In-Q-Tel. Noise. Occam, a San Francisco-based company maker of developer tools for IoT applications, raised $4.9 million in seed funding. Investors included Core Ventures, Okta Ventures, and SGH Capital. Altitude Sports, a Montreal-based high-end outdoor clothing retailer, raised funding from BDC Capital's Growth and Transition Capital Division. Cha-ching, the Canada Pension Plan Investment Board acquired a 12.4% stake, $255.9 million, in SmartFit Escola de Ginástica de Dança S.A. São Paulo, a Brazil-based fitness chain. Not bad. Congratulations. Kensington Capital Partners acquired the surgical division of the Centric Health Corporation, a Toronto-based healthcare provider. Cha-ching. Foreside Financial Group, a portfolio company of Lovell Minnick Partners, agreed to acquire Quasar Distributors, the Milwaukee-based mutual fund and ETF distribution business of US something. Ardenton Capital Corp invested in Pebbles Care, a Leeds UK-based provider of residential care homes and specialist school academies for young people. New Look Capital invested in Insight, an Alabama and Georgia-based Georgia-based provider, guys. We hitting it up with the Georgia guys. You guys know how we love to support Atlanta and Georgia startups, acquisitions, M&As, all sorts of stuff, guys. If you are coming from Georgia, we salute you. Keep growing, Georgia. Georgia. New Look Capital invested in Insight, an Alabama and Georgia-based provider of wastewater treatment facilities. Congratulations. Congratulations. These are your venture deals for December 30th, 2019.
Did you know that there's even more value than just audio or video? Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at VC Hunting, and make sure to sign up for the VC Hunting newsletter, where you'll be able to get weekly news on venture capital, startups, founder stories, and the occasional wisdom extracted from Peter's brain. Go to vchunting.com to sign up. And now, back to the episode.
Sniffles, guys. I am so happy and so glad that some of you guys have made it and have stuck with me till this last segment here. I just want to give you guys some blessings today. That's all, some blessings. We got one day left in this year. I really hope. I was actually talking with a friend of mine, and he was telling me how he hears from all these bloggers. And, you know, let me finish what he said. He said, I'm reading all about all these bloggers or these famous people and these, you know, vloggers and you know, news writers and all these people are talking about reflecting on the end of the year. And he said, well, I'm not doing a whole lot of reflecting, essentially. I find it fascinating because I've been doing a ton of reflecting this year, and I've written about it in our daily newsletter. I've written about it on tweets. I've talked about it on TikTok. I've talked about it on Instagram. I've talked about it on the YouTubes here. Like, reflecting, I think, is really, really important, and I felt bad. Not super bad, but I felt like my friend, because he hasn't had the time to really consider and reflect on what happened this year, he misses out. I think he really misses out on an opportunity to consider, like, what the hell happened? And what can we learn? Like, what do you know? Like, if anything, and I hope this is going out to the select crowd who listens this long. Of course, coming up on a half hour now. This is truly becoming a half hour show every day, which I'm kind of happy about. I enjoy talking, and I enjoy sharing, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. You guys could really help me, by the way, if you lasted this long, by sharing it. Please help. Let people know. Tell them to subscribe to our newsletter. That's probably the best place to start, because I'm always dropping great news there. And I just love being part of some of your guys' days, because I know who you are. I know who my community is out there. It's small, but you know, if I could say anything for anyone out there, if you haven't done any like deep dives or some retrospectives or thoughts on 2019, you're really, really missing out on an opportunity to consider one thing. And this, to me, this is the most important. What do I not want to do again next year? That is right there. That right there is the number to me. This is just me. This is Peter Saddington, right? What do I not want to experience again next year? What do I want to make sure I don't do next year? What is the type of suffering that I don't want to have again next year? Like, if only for that. If only for that opportunity to just consider the suffering you experienced this year and considering how you can not ensure, because there's no way to be perfect in anything, and certainly you can't control everything, but what you can control is what circumstances, situations, and events happen to you, right? I mean, not events, but circumstances. You can not go to that thing. You can not meet with that person. You can not engage that way. You can ensure you don't argue this. There are a lot of things that you can avoid. And the whole idea is not to avoid the world, but there's at least for me, and maybe I'm just projecting I am projecting, by the way, projecting the thing that I value the most about retrospecting the year is, what do I not want to experience again? What are the lessons that I can extract from the suffering that I experienced this year, and really take in those learnings, so I don't have to redo it again, so I don't have to remind myself of these learnings and these important life lessons and these things that So if you haven't retrospected, this is a huge idea when it comes to Agile and Scrum and software development and the stuff that I coach and train on, obviously. But if you don't retrospect, you lose out. I mean, I got two kids. Some of you guys out there have kids, right? And I see these kids make the same bloody mistakes over and over and over again, right? And it's just like, come, we have talked about this, bro. We have talked about this, sister. Like, come on, you smarter than that. And there's a lot of reason, and there's a lot of good reasons why they should continue to. Why it's okay for them, not should, but why it's okay for them to continue to make the same mistake. They got to learn. I guess one of the hopes is that as an adult, we don't have to continue to do that. We don't have to continue to experience the same types of suffering year over year over year because of our boneheadedness, our thick-skulledness, and making the same mistakes. Learn. Look back. See the suffering. Put in the right narrative and say, okay, that was a poor decision, or that was a poor relationship, or I probably shouldn't engage with that person again, or I probably shouldn't find myself in situations like this again. It mostly has to do with people, right? Mostly has to do with people. It reminds me of a quote, right? There are no technological issues, right? This is from Jerry Weinberg, famous systems thinker. He said there are no technical issues. It's only people issues, only human issues at the end of the day. And so, learn. 2020 is going to hopefully be the year of Bitcoin and lots of other great things that I'm looking forward to in my life. But also, I'm hoping 2020 is going to be the year of growth, of slow, intentional, not slow. Ideally, it's fast, but let's just say intentional growth towards a worthwhile goal, something worth doing, something that is so compelling to continue to do and to work for. Like, that's what I hope for in you guys. You guys find that compelling vision, that compelling reason to continue to grind and earn and work and live and do and not give up. And not give up, guys. We got one day left in 2019. I am so glad that this decade is coming to a close. In tomorrow's episode, the final episode of 2019, I haven't done it yet, but tomorrow's episode, I'm going to be talking about what I did, if you're interested, what I did in the last 10 years, in this decade. It'll be an interesting trip down interesting journey down memory lane. So, hope you guys will enjoy that tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace out, and I'll see you tomorrow.